Hey. Yo, what's up, y'all?
That.
Me too. This is your girl, Queen Pretty Disa.
This is Pretty Lou. I mean, well, I am pretty. This is Lou.
Yes, you are, girl.
I'm trying to steal her style.
Trying to steal my spot. And we are back with another episode of the Queen's Podcast.
On a Sunday morning.
Yes, freshened up, but you know, I'm still in my robe, so
It
I'm
looked like
comfy.
it's trying to snow again.
Yes, it is.
But they said, cheers! But they said that it was going to be more rain than snow.
Ow.
I'm praying that's the case because trying to get out and get around, I'm going to be honest.
It's nasty.
I hadn't been out since last Thursday. And Friday was the first day I went back out. And yesterday we had a ball.
Yeah.
It was nice, 50 plus degrees. Well expected.
It
I
was
got
terrible.
on my muscle shirt.
She sure do.
I wanted to see if I could still fit it, so I'm fitting it now. Hopefully
Jill.
by May, it's gonna be hanging off of me.
Big Dawn.
I don't mean ripped off, but like really, you know, fitting
Yeah.
nicer. It's good to be conscious about what you're eating and how you're eating,
Yeah.
because fast food is an addiction, and it's getting expensive. And I'm not paying. I'm tired of paying for cold food.
Uber
If
Eats.
I didn't order a salad, I don't want cold food. You know, I could cook. I could cook.
We could throw down. Sometimes you don't feel like it. I think it's an emotional thing.
It's from 2020 carrying on,
Yeah.
and it's weighed down.
It's like I want it now. I want it to be like this, and then when you get it, it's just Uber Eats. What's going on with y'all? Y'all suck lately.
I give it up to the drivers because they come out in this weather.
Yeah.
You know, they come out in the weather, so a lot of times it's not their fault that we get cold food.
It's the African men that is holding Uber Eats down. I
God
mean, they
bless
are
them.
locked in.
Ooh, baby.
And right, and I'm just like, listen, there was a TikTok guy. His name is Mamadou, and everybody was like, yo, I know Mamadou, and I'm just like, there's a million Mamadou.
Really?
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And because one of my friends was basically telling me like, it's
That's
a
a basic name.
right? It's a known name, but it has like a bunch of different other names with it. And It's
Mm-hmm.
just a bunch of different things. And I'm like, I'm not gonna front. That dude kind of looked like my Mamadou. Like that be delivering to the Bronx, and they gave him like a bunch of different like cash apps and things like that. And I was just like, what if that is the same Mamadou Muhammad? I don't know, but yeah, y'all gotta do better. The restaurants, I think they're overwhelmed, and I think we just need to go back to cooking. I'll say all of that, and then I'll go and get a 6-piece all flats hot honey on the fries and the chicken from Wingstop.
Hot honey, I gotta have my hot honey. I was like, oh my gosh, she's tripping.
Yeah, when I did that
That
cleanse,
hot honey was like crack.
I did that cleanse last year, lost 45 pounds, it was looking good, and then I don't know, one day I just was like, my brain was like, go get the hot honey, go get the hot honey, red rum. But yeah, so Uber Eats, y'all need to do better. I think DoorDash blocked me because I told them to delete my account because they kept saying, you had too many refunds. So this is the thing I want to get into. Businesses, y'all be doing, I don't know, there's a lot of shit always going on. It could be the driver, it could be y'all wasn't in a good mood in the restaurant, whatever, I don't know. But if my food comes and it's around the corner and then you didn't even have no stops to make and it's all thrown all over the thing and it looks all nasty, it smells nasty, it ain't right. Like, I'm not a Karen. I'm spending my money. I'm not gonna do the Karen thing and be like, oh, it's nice and hot, but it's late, so I ain't saying nothing.
No.
Most of the times I'm not saying nothing. 9 times out of 10, I'm only saying something because I'm like, God damn, this meal was $40 fucking, and I could have paid $27 in the supermarket, but I was tired, didn't want to, and I paid that bread, and I'm just like, the meal is disgusting and it's cold. Why am I paying for food that I have to reheat?
Or throw in the garbage, because she'll toss that shit right in the garbage.
I is spoiled.
She be like, what is this shit? And then she just throws the whole
my fucking bag.
She throws the whole thing in the garbage, and I'll be like, you didn't think maybe to offer it to me?
I'm spoiled.
You don't need it.
I spoil others. I am a very great person.
You really are. You're
I'm
the
a
best.
motherfucking great person.
You're the best. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I done raised people's kids. I done did a lot of shit motherfuckers ain't never said thank you for. But that was on my mind this morning. I ain't got shit to do with the food because I go up.
No, but it really does go hand in hand because
the Bible says trust God and do good. I'm doing good because it feels good to me, but that don't mean that's what the next person's gonna do. So when my food comes from Chick-fil-A, Co-op City to be exact, and the sandwich was wet and the lettuce and everything was all soggy, I threw that shit out the window.
I was like, oh my God, them birds are gonna be happy in the morning.
Somebody's cooking onions. I was just like, you. Not only would you feed your mother this, would you eat this? Would you eat this?
And I always say that. Would you do that to your auntie? Would you do that to your mother? Would
your
you
grandmother.
do that to your sister? Would you do that to anybody that's a female in your family? I want to take it a little step further.
People in your family, not even female.
I'm talking about food. And my oldest son, Ray, you guys met him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes, you know, we cook for him. And he still knows how to cook, but he doesn't really do it that often.
He's rushy. He's rushy.
Yeah, he'll burn the pots, he'll burn the stove, so we don't want that to happen. So he'll every now and then treat himself to some food. So there's this corner store in his neighborhood, and you know he goes in there and he buys French fries and a cheeseburger. And he said they hot spit in his French fries.
Was that Arthur Avenue? Call them out. Call them out. What they say? Say their names.
Arthur Avenue and East 180th Street.
Call them out.
They spit in his food, and he was like, I know that I'm a schizophrenic.
They always say the Hintons, all them niggas is crazy.
Well,
as you heard it from somebody.
No, I heard it from a lot of people, but not. He said, I know that I'm a schizophrenic, but I'm not stupid. And I know spit when I see it.
Smell it. Ooh.
So I said, so you're not going to go in there? I'm not going in there. You want a cup of tea? I'll go to a different store. And then I'm thinking, oh, shit. I used to send this guy in there to go get me a cup of tea when I'm over in that neighborhood because sometimes you don't have tea bags. And I said, well, get me some half and half and, you know. And I put my own sweetener in it because I use agave, and I know sometimes they put too much sugar or no sugar, and they never have honey. And I said, oh my God, if they spit in his fucking fries, what if they spit in my tea all them times?
That's nasty.
So that's just food for thought.
And that's my big brother. So when I heard that, I was just like, that's disgusting. So yeah, that's the deli, and I lived over there. Me and Raymond lived around the corner from each other for under a year. And I ended up moving back home, you know, with this lady.
Be careful.
I ended up moving back home, and, you know, I think I was going through a lot emotionally. I spoke about that, but I'm not talking about that today. So I used to go in there. I didn't buy food from there. I just buy, like, my little soda or whatever. And I was still coming to Stop and Shop. I was still coming uptown.
Right.
Or going to Western Beef and Soundby, which I really loved because we lived over there for a hot second when we lost our house. So my nose is stuffy. So I went in there a few times and I was just like, it smells like cat. Everybody has that joke with it, and everybody's like, in New York, the cat is the manager.
Yeah.
But it fucking stinks, bro. It fucking stinks. And then it's like the little, the freezer was filthy and dirty, just like this place down the block from us. You gotta be really tired to go there. You don't feel like walking and traveling or whatever. And I was just like, yo, it's fucking dirty in here. Like, it's really dirty. Like,
well, maybe he heard your thoughts because it got pretty clean.
Yeah. Well, the last time I went to Raymond's house was before the holiday. I got to go over there on the 14th. My brother likes to call me and remind me for the whole month of whenever I say I'm coming to his house, because he usually comes to my house and we have breakfast. So I'm like, once in a blue, I'll go over to his house. But it be stressing me out, because it's like, once you tell him one day, you gotta stick to that shit.
He calls you every day. Are we still on? Are we still on? Are we still? Yes.
That's my big brother. I talk about him. Sometimes I want to cry. He's just life be life, and everybody's not nice, and I just think he's been through a lot, and I just want him to have peace. Anyhow, so I was living over there, and I'm like, I don't feel like going to the store. I'm just going to go to this corner store. And, like, when you go in the freezer, everything's dirty. It just was dirty. So I went over there to his house before the holiday. And I was like, oh, shit, it's clean in here. They must have got a new manager, under new management or something. So the kid says they under new management. So maybe, I don't know, maybe the new people, I don't know what their issue is with him or whatever. But it got cleaner. But how you got cleaner and you're spitting in people's food?
Because like
Are you
the
okay?
2020 episode years ago, the guy did a piece on it. He used to do What Would You Do? But he's also a 2020.
Oh, that was the speaker.
He's also a 2020 reporter. And
oh, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, he was like,
oh, pew.
he
pew,
did an
pew,
episode
pew.
and the person caught a serious cold, and so when they went in there, they had a hidden camera in there, and then they asked the waitress,
Yucky.
"Why did you spit in his coffee?" Because I was sick and tired of his stupid face coming
Smiling
in here every day, ordering the same thing. That's none of your business.
Like, are you okay? Why would you do something?
Why
like
would you
that?
do that? Why would you do that? So
Like-
he frequented that deli.
That was no, that wasn't a deli. That wasn't a deli.
No, I'm talking something.
Wasn't that
different.
Dunkin' or a Twin Donut or something?
This was a restaurant, but when you said
diner.
why would somebody do that?
Yeah.
And I'm giving you an example. She said, I got sick and tired of his stupid face coming in here every day, ordering the same cup of coffee.
Bitch, you nasty. If you still out there and you living, I don't know what your name is. I don't know if your name is Nancy, Tiffany, whatever. Whatever the fuck your name is, you're nasty.
And she
You
said-
don't spit in people's food. You don't put anything in people's
And
food.
she said, I figured that
Or drinks.
if he caught my cold, I wouldn't
raised
see
y'all.
him for a couple of days.
Oh, man. Oh.
And he got really sick. And he
Oh.
should have sued that restaurant. And he should have sent somebody to whip her ass.
Oh. So,
Yeah.
I want to build on that because I got some topics here that I wanted to speak about real quick.
Okay.
And I just wanted to say, it was here. Why is my iPad doing that? So I wanted to say, I want to build on that. So I wrote here in my notes that Black History Month is coming to a close, but we're black 365 days a year.
Yeah.
And being black is beautiful, it's powerful, it's wonderful,
Right.
and it ain't for everybody. It is for us, and it's okay to gatekeep certain things. Which brings me to add to that, which is we are raised from the beginning of history to always be clean. I could never. Maybe that's why I don't trust people, because I know people can trust me, but I can't ever trust them.
Right.
You never spit in someone's food if you don't want to be with somebody anymore. If you don't like a certain customer, which that's unprofessionalism, but just in today's society, just let somebody else take their order. Something you don't like, you don't harm people's food. You don't harm their food. You don't harm people's kids. You don't touch people's hair. You just don't do that. Since the beginning of time, that's just what we've done.
Right.
We've been the person. We're fixing the plates. We're raising the kids. We're doing this. We're doing that. This, that, and the third. You don't do that. You don't do that.
Or at least say
Cleanliness is next to godliness.
we don't have any more. The machine is broke.
If you're angry within your soul and somebody's smile is making you unhappy, you need to check that within yourself. You don't take his order that day. You don't spit, piss, blood, shit, vomit in nobody's motherfucking food.
Exactly.
You need your ass whipped if you doing some shit like that.
Yeah.
That's all I was gonna say.
Yeah.
So on to happier things. I want to shout out Nicholas Brooklyn because I didn't get a chance to last time. I followed him on Instagram. I'm catching a cold, which is, I let them dip my hair, which I never do. Shout out to Mimi's Braids, but yeah, I don't never let y'all dip my hair. Y'all are perfectionists, and I love y'all down. But I have sinusitis. I can't be outside with wet hair.
Exactly.
But I love y'all down. So Nicholas Brooklyn, I always order things from there. And I go in person. And today they had an expo. Next week they have an expo. I believe I'll be going to that. And they're on the verge of maybe closing. So you guys, we're small creators, but I love the energy in there, the vibe. The young lady, her name is Monique Nicholas. I'm saying young lady, she older than me, but we look the same age. But yes, she is a whole mom doing her thing. It's a family business. Her dad passed it down to her, and he's still alive as well. And shop there, share it, get the word around. They have everything you could think about.
Right.
I still like Good and Natural, though I wasn't really liking the energy the last few times. but they have your incense, they have your tinctures, they have your sage, they have your. It's a nice, big, beautiful place. So yeah, you guys look them up, Nicholas Brooklyn. Also, I went to the Met. I don't think I mentioned that last time. I seen a bunch of beautiful things, but my favorite thing was the Egyptian
exhibit.
That was wonderful. Won't get into that because we'll be here all day. And last but not least, two last but not least, is the Brazilian carnival. I love how they showcased being black. I love that. Like the African side.
The diaspora.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. It's like Brazil, you know, they had all these wonderful floats and the women, and it's just beautiful, and the makeup and the outfits and everything, and it was great. I also wanted to say my cousin Shahid, he's been in his designer bag for over a year now, and I want to give a shout out to him and his sons because they're doing the motherfucking thing. Shop Diamond Legacy 1981 on Instagram. Like, share, follow. I won't say subscribe, but yeah, you can share because that's Instagram.
And purchase.
They have short sets. They have sweaters, sweatshirts. They have t-shirts. They have women's wear now. And also I would like to shout out my doctor, Dr. Ford. I'm tickled because it's like, whoa, I remember like happy. Like I remember, him telling me all of these different things, like I truly am grateful for everything he's ever done for me and my family. Cause my mom used to be a client of his as well. And just helping me get through the things that I've gone through over these last few,
years.
14 years of my life.
Wow.
Yeah, so
I'm flying.
Yeah, so he's dope. And so he has music and things that he's been putting out for some time now. And if anybody is interested in, seeing some more dope clothing, along with the dope clothing, there is also music that he does and that he writes. So although he writes the music, you guys are not gonna see him, right? But you will definitely hear the music, and it's a movement. It's a movement. So it started all the way from COVID, and basically him just writing things because he's a doctor and he's a healer, and seeing things from his aspect in his walk of life, and healing things and the things that he was seeing during that rough time. And life is still kind of rough because we got a a-hole as president. But anyway. We persevere. So basically, the music that he has out is very uplifting. You can always check it out on YouTube. And the website for the mugs and the clothing, you can find it at Mass Consciousness Shop. And you guys can go on there, and they have tote bags, they have beanies. I'm not going to give away too much. And you guys can go on there and support my wonderful doctor who's been doing this for over 40 years.
Okay.
God bless Dr. Ford. I love you. You're the father I always wanted. No, he's really an elder that I love and I respect, and he's a great guy.
He really is.
Yeah, I love him. I love you, Dr. Ford. That makes me want to cry. For real, like, my goodness, he's not a massage therapist. He is that guy. I can't even break it down and explain to him the things that I have seen and got helped with in that office. Like,
you will have to experience the experience to understand what she's talking about.
Yeah.
I always got to bring it back to family and the kids.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that we constantly talking about the two brothers you have. And have and had. And the youngest son of mine, which is one of your older brothers who passed away in 2020, rest his soul.
Yeah.
He had ADD. Well, they said he had ADHD.
Yeah.
No, he had ADD without hyperactivity. I don't know how they came up with that. But he also had asthma. He also had amblyopia.
His eyesight.
The eyesight. And I took him to Dr. Ford. I was taking him to Dr. Ford as a young child.
Mm-hmm.
And when I took him to his next eye exam, they were saying, well, Miss Hinton, he doesn't need glasses anymore. I don't know what Dr. Ford did with the cranial massage, but, and that asthma dissipated.
Yeah.
You know, he still had a hard time focusing in school because he was going through a lot of other things that I never knew about.
Right.
But, yeah, shout out to Dr. Ford.
It's an experience. I can say, I say this, you know, once in a blue. It's like I went to him going through so many different things, and when I got on that table, they was gone. They was gone. That's what happens when you walk in your purpose from God. I always ask him, how do you even know? He say, lay on your back or lay on your stomach or lay this way, whatever. Take a deep breath, whatever. How does this side feel compared to this side? All these different things, right? That you have to find out for yourself. And I said, well, how do you know? How did you know I was feeling like that today? He said, because I listen to God.
And I was his secretary for a minute.
Yeah.
And when I did his files, because he was throwing out old files, and I had went to Staples and bought a whole bunch of new folders. And I was seeing all of these famous people's names in the files, and I was like, you know this person? You know that person? No swelled head.
He was like, no, they know me.
Basically.
He was like, no, they know
without
me.
Without saying it, he was like,
yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, wow, you are the man. And he would just be like, oh my God.
Because they're out in the world. And when you go out in the world, there's a lot of different things that go on and happen. But it's like, he, down to a science. He knows the human body. You
have Hollywood doctors and stylists and I work with the stars.
Yeah. He never
on that type of time.
No, he was never like that with us. Not never. His
spectrum of patience is wide.
Yeah. And so he wears many hats, and so that's the thing. You guys won't see him unless you see him. And then you gotta be serious about the commitment, because he will say, even he said to me, you're not serious about this, you know. So, you know, it's like if he tells you what's going on with you and look at your blood work and say, hey, this is what's going on, you know, and he say, well, you got to come in this many times or whatever. You know, you just got to be willing to make the commitment.
And Dr. Chu.
So, yeah.
He told me one time, I want you to go and ask your doctor for this blood test.
Ah!
And I said, what if he doesn't do it? He said, what? He did like this. What? If you tell him that's what you need, he has to do it. He put his glasses back up. I went to the doctor. I said, I need this blood test.
Yeah, he's really like
and
that.
Then Dr. Chu said, what?
Uh-huh.
What do you need that for? I said, a paying doctor I go to said he wanted this blood test. He stopped playing.
Yeah.
Because he was always clowning around.
Yeah,
his black patients is like, he plays around a lot. He got real serious.
Yeah, he was like, oh, snap, this is the... Dr. True. Shout out to Dr. True. I wonder where he's at now, because that was the neighborhood doctor back in Edenwald. And I never got a chance to go to Dr. True, and I was mad as hell. I used to go with everybody else to their appointments, my cousins and stuff. But I never got a chance to go to Dr. Chu when I was sick or nothing. I would be pissed. I'm like, why can't I just go up the hill to Dr. Chu? If anybody from Edenwald, you remember Dr. Chu.
On Laconia Avenue.
They had the video rental, like Blockbuster and all that, the VHS. Dang, I'm getting old.
Mr. Chin.
So they had all of that going on. But I will say, and he used to say this to me. He'd be like, everything you see when you're here, like that's where you're supposed to be in life. So it's like, you have a vision, follow it. There ain't nobody that could take you off that path of the things you want to do, because you are young, gifted, and black. You is fine, you is kind, speaking of being young, gifted, and black, Ryan Coogler and his wife and Michael B. Jordan and the entire cast of Sinners, they won more awards at the NAACP awards. And I'm going to watch it later while I have Follow. Because Follow, y'all be acting up and I'm ready to cancel y'all. Because y'all went from $20 to $25 to $33 and it be glitching.
And Black History is February 28th, which is yesterday. And then we have March 1st. But we didn't even really cover a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I have a couple of things here that I would like to cover. You know.
Oh, is that why you keep giving me this look like, yeah?
Stop it!
She give me,
You're silly.
no, yeah.
Rest in peace, Jesse Jackson.
Oh,
You
that
know.
was sad. That was super sad.
Before I forget, there was this Mexican woman, the comedian Godfrey.
Oh, I love Godfrey. He's funny.
He does little pieces on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And he showed a clip about this Mexican woman. She said the best thing she misses about America was African American people. She loves our culture, the way we talk, our energy. After 400 years of slavery, she doesn't know how we do it.
Are still so kind. You is smart. You is kind. You is important.
And she says she's never coming back here.
Yeah.
She's staying in Mexico. She wasn't deported. She left on her own.
Mm-hmm.
But that's I had to be like, wow. Because the stuff that I'm hearing from a lot of them is that they don't like us. But she's like, I don't care what the rest of my people say. I love African Americans.
When people always say us, I be like, who? Because at the end of the day, I usually end up getting along with everybody, and it's usually women that look like me that we usually don't get
Causing
along.
a problem.
So I think that's pretty sad because, you know, I have to be transparent, especially in the workplace. I'm always getting along with other people, but never my people. So it's like, if you ain't... My people is anybody that's respectful to me.
Exactly.
And I'm respectful to you. So
exactly.
just because we both black, it don't always mean that we gonna, you know what I mean?
Vibe and jive together.
Yeah, and it's
Vibe
not even about us
together.
jive turkey. It ain't even about us being friends. But
Mm-hmm.
it's about respect. It's about being whatever you want it to be.
Exactly.
But it's been the Spanish and white people that have been the nicest, and I'm very sad to say that.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. So yeah.
Okay.
That does bother me as a woman. It does. I'm not gonna front about that. There's a lot of things in life that don't get on my nerves anymore. But that I have to say.
You have to say.
As women, we gotta do better.
Exactly. So I'm sitting over here.
Thomas Maynard. Where's he
Oh
at
my
now?
God, I don't know. Celebrating on
Tell us who he is when you're done.
I'll tell you. She's not gonna let this go.
Because she fucking goes down memory lane. Y'all think I talk too much. She talks a lot. And off camera, she's always talking about her childhood.
Oh my God. Thomas Maynard was this kid from elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her in the past, us kids was bused to the white school on top of the hill, PS 68, on Strangen Hill Avenue. And Thomas Maynard was this West Indian boy, and he was bad as hell. And his aunt raised him, and she would come. The teachers would constantly call her, and she would come to the school, and she'd be like, Elliot, because his name was Thomas Elliot Maynard, but they called him Elliot at home, and we called him Thomas.
Right.
Elliot, you've been giving these people a hard time. And she would whip him in front of the class and the teachers, and I hated it.
In front of the white people.
So he was a cadet.
I never liked that.
Him and Anthony were cadets because Anthony was bad, my brother.
Yeah, he was.
And so
Uncle Anthony.
they was directed to put them in something more military. Mm-hmm. So Thomas used to wear his cadet suit to school, and he had a nice cadet hat.
Mm-hmm.
And sometime during the day, he would just get bored. And he took the hat off and he put it in the back of his pants. And I used to sit right next to him, literally like this.
You see what I'm saying?
And he would put the hat in his pants, and then he would stick his butt out the back of the wooden
Eddie
chair.
Murphy type shit.
And all you could see was it looked like he had a big butt. And then he would make the fart sounds like he was farting, and I would be laughing.
Why do people always sit next to us? They know we're gonna laugh.
And he would always look at me out the side of his eyes because he knew that I'd be laughing.
I hate that shit, yo. Leave me alone.
And then Mr. Diorier, the pervert Italian teacher, he would come and slap him in the head.
No, you don't do that.
And Thomas would be so angry, but I guess the way he would handle his anger was through comedy. And that's Thomas Maynard. Jesus Christ.
Shout out to Thomas Maynard.
So I wanted
My mom talks about you a lot.
I wanted to celebrate unsung sisters in Black history. And these are inventors. Like, I didn't know this stuff. I'm always finding out new stuff every Black History Month and all throughout the year. And then, we hold it. We don't talk about it. Sarah Boone, 1832 to 1904, North Carolina. She was an inventor. She was a dressmaker. And she married a free man named James Boone. And she invented a reversible part of the ironing board in 1892. And her main focus was the sleeve of a shirt, because the sleeve is hard to iron, so she would stick it in the board and then turn it around and iron the whole shirt.
Grandma used to do that.
Sarah Boone.
Yeah.
The next one is Ellen Elgin, 1836-1916, Washington, D.C. She invented the clothes wringer.
Okay.
And she sold it in 1888 for $18. And somebody in the news interviewed her, a newspaper, and asked her, why would you sell it? And she said, because I'm a Negro woman, and white folks would not utilize this machine if they knew a Negro woman invented it.
Just like that KFC shit.
Ain't that some shit?
Niggas love KFC. I'm sorry. I hate to say it like that, but niggas love KFC. And I liked KFC at one point in my life. But I remember being a little girl and being like,
okay,
I like everybody sometimes. Ain't no white person season that goddamn chicken. I'm just saying. I know everybody's thinking that, but we just eating it. We like a $5 meal. What was that? 2002. You get the piece of chicken with the damn wedges and your sauces and everything with a drink for like $6.98. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody saying, hey, who made this? Who's the creator of this? We ain't saying that. We're not saying that. Some households may have been like that because you was on it like that when I was a little girl with your protesting and shit. But we wasn't saying that. We was going to KFC every time.
Well, they're saying that story's not true.
Yeah,
that he didn't threaten nobody. But they're saying what he said to her. Anybody that knows Waterboy. When the coach said we can do this the easy way or the hard way.
That's mine. You gonna pass that
Basically, he said you gonna give up that damn recipe.
Give up them plays.
Take this money. $1,000 back then was like 100,000. Today, maybe $1 million.
Ridiculous.
And give me that damn recipe, because either way, I'm taking it. So that's basically what they're saying. That story's not true.
Well, on TikTok, they trying to tell us that Harriet Tubman was not real.
And they're trying to say that the Willie Lynch
theory
is not true.
Yeah, it's the gaslighting. Don't fall for it. I'm telling y'all.
Okay, let me get back to these Black women in history.
Okay, Dad.
Judy Reed.
You keep going on.
1826-1905, Virginia. She was the first African American woman to receive a patent in the 1880s. And you know what she invented? Of course not, because I didn't know either.
I was about to guess it.
Dun, 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 dun. You're wrong.
Right.
She invented the dough kneader and roller.
Okay.
She improved it. They had one that wasn't so good. She improved on that one, and she got a patent for it. Okay. Then we got Miriam Benjamin in 1861 and 1947, South Carolina.
Period. What? The North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, that's where your parents is from. Listen, pioneers.
Second African American woman to receive a patent. And it was called the gong and signal chair for hotels. So what it does is a guest is in the room and they ring that bell, and downstairs can see the gong go off, and they know what room needs service. A Black woman invented that.
Damn, where would y'all be without us?
So you sitting on the plane, right?
Yeah.
And the stewardesses are in their cubicle, and you ring that gong thing.
Yes.
That's because of Judy Reed. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Miriam Benjamin. So now you got.
You ain't talking about me.
You got Sarah Boone, Ellen Elgin, Judy Reed, and Miriam Benjamin, unsung Black women in Black history. You got a slew of lawyers first. You got Ellen Eunice Hunter Carter. She was the first African American prosecutor in New York. Guess who she brought down?
I don't even wanna.
Lucky Luciano, a big crime member in the mob. Okay, and then you had an educator.
The mob is alright.
Septima Clark, 1888 to 1887.
I've been watching The Sopranos.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
And then you have one man. I want to mention this man. You know why?
Yeah.
Because I love men. Thomas Jennings, 1791 to 1839.
Damn.
He invented the dry scouring method. You know what that is?
It sounds familiar.
The dry cleaners.
Oh no. No.
He was from New York. He invented that. And you got. Hey, I don't want to sound racist.
It's like that, and that's the way it is.
Every cleaner that I know is Asian now.
Yeah.
And they had the Chinese cleaners back in the day when we was young.
That fried chicken they're making.
Where they would do the shirts and stuff. You take your clothes to them. This black man, Thomas Jennings, invented that method to dry clean clothes.
That's why I keep saying, when people keep saying, you are welcome to the cookout, you're invited to the cookout, and stuff like, somebody put a thing and they was like, oh, what she said? She was like, all my life I wanted to know, Twitter, all my life I wanted to know who's Boo Boo the Fool. So everybody in the comments, this one guy, he started off, he was like, I ain't telling you, and even if I did know, I wouldn't tell you.
Oh my
because goodness. Why we all gonna gather here to continue to give the internet certain things that is only for us,
and to say
and pro us doesn't mean you hate anybody else, and that's the problem now.
Exactly. Certain
little private things your mother and your grandmother teach you, you're just supposed to keep that to heart. If you ain't making money off of it, you just giving free ideas. This show is a free idea. Y'all don't even fuck with us, but y'all watch us. And I see big creators doing the same shit we doing.
And they won't even say, they'll be saying, oh, you Boo Boo the Fool. You think I'm Boo Boo the Fool? And like, that won't even be ours anymore.
I was watching Love After Lockup, and last night she was like, yeah, who does she think she is? Like Justin's just using her. She's Bobo the Clown. I wanted to say so bad. I wanted to make a post and be like, it's Boo Boo the Fool, dummy. But why would I do that? Why would I do that? It's a private joke. It's a private joke.
Exactly.
We're always sharing the recipes and the jokes and the this and that, and braid it like this and buy this grease, girl, and that's just how we are, but not everything. Some people just have certain things but they just keep within themselves to help themselves continue to grow. We're fucking diminishing, you idiots. Sorry, I mean that in the nicest way. No, I really don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to gatekeep. That doesn't mean you hate anybody else. You can have friends of every color, but you don't have to always tell them everything you learned in your house. Something simple, because it's a lot of it is out there. When you got up on a Sunday motherfucking morning and it was Easter, you got up to get your hair pressed. Now everybody knows that. You got up to get your hair pressed. You probably didn't eat breakfast. That's another big thing. Everybody's like, oh, on Thanksgiving, we don't eat breakfast. That was our shit. You know what I'm saying? You got up to get your hair pressed because it was probably washed and twisted 2 days before, and your mother got up to hot comb it.
Bantu knots.
And y'all went the night before, and she greased it with Dax green grease. Those are core memories. You don't have to fucking share everything.
Yeah.
My goodness.
And we used to call them meatballs, but now they're Bantu knots. And how much you gotta pay for that?
Shit, anywhere from $150 to probably $300.
And
you called them meatballs.
Yes, we did. In our neighborhood, we called them, and in the black neighborhood when we was growing up, we got our hair washed on Saturday. Mm-hmm. That was bath day. First of all, it was clean the whole house day. and that meant the walls. You had, and that apartment was big.
Mm-hmm.
We split up the.
That was a huge apartment.
We split up the duties of washing the walls,
Mm-hmm.
and we didn't have no special stuff. We used common cleanser.
I knew when I heard you put the record player on, it was gonna be time to clean up the house, and that's what I'm saying. Things like that are special.
The tub, you had to clean that big giant tub. It was bath day. 3 of us fit in there. There was no shower.
That was the old tub.
You know, then you had to clean the tub when you got out. You had to wash your hair in the kitchen.
Now them tubs is in Midtown Manhattan. You can't find no
No,
large tubs.
that
These
tub
small
was
ass
super
tubs.
big.
Get
And
my big ass in the tub and take a bath, and it's like, how you doing? Like, don't fill that shit up.
Grandma's sister used to send this big giant can of homemade lye soap shampoo to New York.
That's
And
nice.
she would wash our hair. She would wash all the neighbors' girls' hair. And
Hot combing.
we had to dry it. And then a sister who was older would have to part it and grease it and put it in Bantu knots, which we called meatballs.
That's hard shit. And then
And then we would get our hair done last because Grandma was busy pressing everybody's hair for Sunday the next day.
your dad
And you know
cooked
what?
dinner.
They didn't pay her either.
And your dad cooked dinner.
And he would be up there.
Yeah,
My
real
father would
dad.
be up there. He would be up there making big pots of shit for people to come in and get a bowl of. And we ate last. We
I
ate
learned that shit from you. The chef eats last.
10 o'clock. We ate 8 children. 8 children those 2 people had. Those 2 people called Mama and Daddy. And we ate last. And there was a lot of times there wasn't enough. And
You made it stretch.
you know, they made it stretch. He'd be making big pans of biscuits, big pots of rice
Cutting up
and
4
beans,
chickens,
and
you said.
that was Sunday dinner. The Saturday shit was a little bit different. You know, that was like chili for the neighbors, rice for the neighbors if they wanted it, biscuits,
Neighbors ain't like
cornbread.
that. Neighbors ain't like that.
And then, you know, we had this big giant cake pan. You know, they make the layers for the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had 3 of those, and there was the biggest one. I mean, that shit was big. And he would bake a cake. He wasn't selling pieces of cake. You know, he was an entrepreneur in his spirit. He would sell his stuff outside.
That's what I mean about the walk in your life.
Mhm.
The walk in your life.
You can't take that. You remember you was talking about DNA this morning?
Yeah.
That's in our DNA.
Yeah.
You can't, some
Yeah.
things you just can't learn.
Yeah.
You're just born with it.
I ain't mad at it. I'm grateful. I'm thankful for the Southern ways, but
Those are Southern slave plantation ways.
life now,
Mm-hmm.
you have to be very protective
And
of
very-
yourself
yeah.
and your energy. And I ain't eating at nobody's house.
No, I ain't either.
So,
You ain't doing shit to me.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, shit irritates
that's
people.
so beautiful. We
This
should
is
get
my
that.
hat that you got me. I had promised to show this last time.
Oh, that birthday gift?
Yeah, because I got the other one. And this is, I get my queen like, it's a shame. Because I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all.
The red, black,
and
and
I'm
green.
blacker than black. And I'm black, y'all.
Where's your aunt?
And I'm bigger than black, black, black. That's what he was saying on CB4. But no, that's, you know, so this is, what is this, from Etsy?
Yeah. Etsy got some good shit on there.
Yeah.
She got me cursing on a Sunday morning. I don't curse this much unless I'm hanging out with her.
Oh, please. Oh,
I don't do that
please.
anymore.
Yes, you do.
Only
Yes,
from
you do.
Hey, before we leave.
Yeah, turn the speaker on.
Not only that,
Let me
we
see
was
how
in
this
here the
speaker
other
on.
night with no lights on. No
Oh!
power. Let me tell you
I
about
was
power.
so sad, and I'm afraid of the dark, so I got her bed.
Power. Let me tell you, when
I
you
don't care.
live when you live in a public housing or anywhere around it, Con Ed has some major accident over here.
Yeah.
And I kept hearing this click, 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 click. And then I went to finish washing my clothes. The clothes wouldn't wash. The dryer stopped working, and the dryer's brand new.
And you text me, and I was like, I thought
The elevator was out. And then we was in here with no lights. And I had to get some candles. You have to be prepared because you never know what's going to happen. You got to stay ready to keep from getting ready. And anything you don't control can be used as a weapon against you.
It's true.
And I always remember those two things that her dad told me.
It's crazy.
You got to stay ready to keep from getting ready. And anything you don't control can be used as a weapon against you. When we was up in here, I tried to act like I wasn't nervous.
She was bothered.
I was very bothered. I was very bothered.
But we had fun though.
We still had a good time.
We had a good motherfucking time. Cause really, can't nobody take your joy away from you unless you let them.
Exactly.
That felt like some prison yard
It
shit.
felt just like prison.
Like I've never been there, but I've
listened to the stories
like,
that was told.
Family and everything, and I'm just like, oh hell no. So what I did, I had a Lunchable because I didn't eat all day, and I be liking to, on my break, I like to have oatmeal because my stomach was messed up, and I was like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I don't, I like to use my own bathroom. So anyway, I was like, when I get home, I'll make some mac and cheese. I'll make some, the kid from Soul Food. I really was gonna cook dinner, and then I was just like, oh, the stove doesn't work. My mind didn't comprehend that other things are off, but maybe this one thing will be on. So I had to find a way to charge my phone. It was crazy. And they turned on the heat as well.
It was super hot in here, so we couldn't turn on the fans.
Yeah, so I was just like,
and it was nice outside, so there was no air coming in.
The tactics,
but the refrigerator stayed on.
Yeah, well, thank God, because there's stuff I bought. But the tactics gotta stop. My delivery guy. This is the good thing I'm saying. It's the drivers. He walked upstairs. He walked up the dark stairs with the food, and I was just like, wow.
The Lunchables.
Yeah, I took the sauce and I put it over the candle, and I was like, I find it.
She was looking like SpongeBob and Patrick and Squidward when they was stranded in the bottom of the ocean.
Listen, you gotta make a way. I was hungry, and I was just like, oh well, I'm gonna eat this until I find out, how I'm gonna do this delivery situation. Because I was like, I'm not walking back down them stairs, because I walked up them stairs by myself while the sun was still out, and I was scared. So I was like, hey,
and I was Yoda lady, all the way from the 1st to the 7th floor. But really, God is good.
Thanks all the time. SpongeBob, I think it's time for us to go.
And we've been here quite some time, Patrick.
We don't want anybody to start banging and slamming things.
Oh, come on now.
So let's get out of here with a little bit more of some. This is one of my favorite movies now. And I like the soundtrack, so.
Ladies and gentlemen,
that's Mr.
girls,
Denzel.
as I travel
Daddy
through this great country of ours,
we love Denzel in this house.
And being on the road as much as I do, I try to listen to a lot of the radio stations.
Boom.
It's amazing how many KISS or V103
That's my
stations
favorite
there
when
are.
he be like,
Jesus
my
Christ,
love is
do I have
higher,
to call
higher
this
than
or what?
desire.
Booty, booty,
Come
booty.
on. Anyway,
Sex,
most of the
sex,
stuff
sex,
on the radio
booty,
is
booty,
sad. It's a drag. One of the reasons could be because every
I
song
hope
is
you guys
about
enjoyed this episode.
Oh, you
I
guessed
believe this hat is from Betsy.
love.
And,
Love. L-O-V-E.
but this is one of my favorites. So, again, I will see you guys.
Welcome, Mars. We love you.